Hello everybody. Okay, so this video is on fast forward. So we have our mouthpiece fabric, which we'll use later to go and make a mouth of whatever shape you really want. I like to do smiley faces. And this just came from a random scrap of fabrics that I had left over. So next we need to go and start putting together the squares. Now hopefully you remember to iron. And you're going to put it nice side to nice side and pin it together. And you're going to get the other square and pin it the same way. Pinning it this way will make sure that the nice sides will end up on the outside and the seams will end up on the inside. It's a little difficult to tell the solid color, but just go with it. So once you get on the sewing machine, leave the pins in until you make sure your thread is all set up. Pull out the pins, make sure the presser foot is down, and then very carefully go in a straight line. You'll need it at about 3/4 of an inch. And just go along. And again, and keep in mind I had already marked this as about 3/4 of an inch earlier. So now you just go and cut it off, boop, and you're ready to go. Now, for those of you wondering what it was I did, and you'll see me do it again here, is I did what's called a locking stitch, where you go forwards and then backwards. So we'll get to see that again here in a moment. So forwards, backwards, and forwards again. A locking stitch will make sure that your project stays together. So always remember forwards, backwards, forwards at the beginning and end of any stitch. Okay, so we're good to go there. Next, we're going to iron this. We want everything to come out smooth, so we're going to iron the seams open. Take your iron, make sure it's set to the correct setting. For me it's 6. Make sure it's good and hot without touching it, of course. And then just press the seams open. Da-da-da. And even though this is being fast forwarded, you'll see it still really doesn't take that much time. It takes maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Iron the whole thing again as needed and get ready to go and pin. Oh, and don't forget to unplug your iron. So next, we go and pin the sides. Again, we're not going to pin it bad side to bad side. We're going to pin it nice side to nice side. There we go. So make sure the seams can be visible from the outside. And you'll notice that we have a little space there. So we're not going to sew all the way down this time. We're basically going to sew from the start of one seam to the start of the next. You can use the back to go and help you check. Make sure it's lined up, that you're not starting too high. And again, forwards, backwards, forwards again, and you just sew straight down the side. Stop and take out the bins, I nearly forgot there. And again, forward, and keep the seam open, forward, backwards, and forwards again. Okay, so as you do this, you'll go and iron the seams open, and you will do the next side pretty much the same way. Now you're going on to the other side. Going to pin it on. And it's pretty much a repeat of the first process. Put the pins towards the middle. You don't need more than 2. And you're going to keep sewing again and again. Now let's skip the sewing part. Now once you have that done, you can see you have almost all the sides, but we're missing that last rectangle. So let's get rectangle 4 onto there, and you can sew it onto either of the flaps. Just again, make sure nice side to nice side. And what's going to happen is eventually you'll sew these all together, but not for another video or 2. So again, pin and pin. And then you'll just sew it like you did the other one. Okay guys, so this is pretty much the main setup. That's how you do it, and this gets you through the main part of the machine sewing. So until next time, happy sewing!